Yeah, plastic came in. Yeah, basically the water bottles. It started with the water bottles.
I think it's become such a part of life that I can't remember exactly. But of course it was heralded as the wonder of the age.
Plastic bags and things have been around as part of our life for so long. It's really hard to remember when they started.
Yes.
You know, it wasn't really until the 60s, I think, that plastics took off, and I think I told you about that famous scene in The Graduate, where Ben is being celebrated because he's just finished his studies and he's looking forward to a great career, and one of the guests called Ben to one side and just told him that, Ben, there's only one thing I want to tell you, plastics. So that sort of tells you that plastics started around about that time in a big way. Yeah. And the disaster moved on from there.
And Woolworths came along. Everything now is in plastic, and it's so annoying because an awful lot of the stuff that's in plastic, it's not doing anything for it at all. It's just making more problems for
That's right.
for what we're doing.
The food was no plastic containers. Food was eaten in earthenware plates for us. Yes, or steel or copper. And you wash it and you keep it. Same thing with water. Drink a glass of water, wash it and you keep it. We never carried water there.
Water? Well, we didn't have water. Some people did. We had a tank, and then in dry weather when the tank ran out, we would go, all the kids would go to the nearest school, which was a fair way, with a billy cart and buckets, and we'd fill up from, there was a tap at the school, and I think it was from the tank. Anyway, we were able to fill up at the school and take it up the big hill and then tip it into the tank at home, but by the time we got home half of it was gone because it sloshed out. Well, we had a drink when we got home.
And then clothes were also recycled. We made our own clothes and stitched, and again recycled, and did the alteration there. The mothers and the grandmothers did their own knitting. Yeah. And milk used to be delivered door to door in glass bottles. And we, again, the glass bottles were empty. The next day, the other bottles came and these bottles. Yeah, so milk again was, Then rice and wheat and no pasta for us, of course. Was used to be packed by the shopkeepers in brown paper bag or newspaper bag. Shoes also were, we had the cobblers back home. You repair your shoes, you alter them, and then so no plastic slip-ons and no nothing.
The milk was always delivered at the gate, or the cream, or whatever you wanted, and you paid, and then they came during the week. I always paid the baker, but the milkman always came once a week collecting your bill, to collect the money. The icemen, they used horses and carts. The iceman used an very old rickety truck, which used to break down at regular intervals, and he'd kick the tires and get very, very angry and scream.
The bottle-o?
Oh, yes.
That's the name of the person who used to come around with a cart. Usually a horse and cart, I think, wasn't it?
Cart,
And collected soft drink bottles or beer bottles or whatever, and then they'd sell them. I don't know where they finished up. Perhaps they were reused, I don't know. So.
I still got a vivid memory of these bottle-os filling big bags with these
Sugar bag, big
sugar bags, and putting them over their shoulder, and then tipping them into the van. If you make every bottle worth 10 cents, the problem will disappear. But the industry will oppose it like mad.
Well, when I was very young, Mum had a cool Gardy safe. I would say we probably shopped more than you'd have to now. It was not that it was not like this generation, the generations of everything do it yourself.
Yeah.
There was a lot of more employment in those sorts of places.
Yeah.
They were considered a great gift to get the girls.
Oh, yes.
Give them a pair of nylons and you'd be right.
The Americans had access to all kinds of things. Oh, we had wool bathers.
Wool bathers. There you go.
Or those, what they called bathing suits that were 25 layers and probably would drown you if you got them wet.
Wool, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Can you imagine trying to
were
swim in
considered.
layers of wool? You just sink like a stone.
There's another thing that was a huge issue at that time, and that was the number of people who had their own gardens, their own vegetable gardens. I can't tell you what percentage of our food we grew, but we had, we got spinach and potatoes and peas and beans, silver beet, all those things we grew ourselves, and eggs. We always had 30 or 40 chooks, and we used to often have killer chook, but that was quite common. I mean, this was particularly during the war.
Not in the city so much as in the village where I grew up.
Yeah.
Every house has mangoes and papayas and banana trees.
Yeah.
So my grandmother used to pluck a mango leaf, just a leaf,
Yeah.
and roll it and tell us to brush it this way and that way and this and that, and then like the toothpicks, small twigs,
Yeah.
in case food got stuck.
Yeah.
And then you rinse your mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
Then when we came to the city, no such thing as mango trees, and it's too crowded and too populated. So charcoal,
Yeah.
bits of charcoal people did, but for us they ground the charcoal and then the charcoal powder was used
Yeah. Yeah.
for the teeth.
We didn't have toothpaste. My family used to use the coal out from the fire. They used that and they had good teeth. The ones that did that, you kept their teeth.
The pan and brush. The pan was metal and the brush handle was wooden. I don't know what the bristles are made out of, but they weren't plastic.
That's for sure. They were probably real bristle of some kind.
And hairbrushes had boar's hair or something in them.
They used to have squares of newspaper. I remember toilet paper coming in.
Oh, really?
My father went instantly out and got it.
Good for him.
Because otherwise, that's where a lot of the paper went.
Yeah.
It used to be cut up into, and they'd make a hole in the centre.
Yeah.
We'd put string and hang it up.
I'll hang it and you just pull off
Hang
the
it in the toilet and
square
just
of-
pulled a piece off.
Oh, your poor bottoms.
Because, well, in the country, of course, we had the country toilets where the man used to come and collect it once a week.
When we got our periods, it used to be good white cloth, piece of good white cloth. Say make 12.
Yeah.
They made their own at home
Yeah.
and wash and reuse.
Wash and reuse. Yeah.
These things as the pads.
Yeah. None of that.
All that came again in the late 60s maybe.
We didn't have anything like that. We just had rags, which were pretty horrible. And the idea was to wash things out as you go and use them again.
We had ink wells.
Yeah, that's
Every-
there was
every-
always problems
Every
with
school,
the
every
ink
desk
spill.
had two per desk and 2 ink wells.
And then the next step after that was a fountain pen. The whole idea of a fountain pen was, as you probably know, you could go on writing, and then when the ink ran out, you pressed the rubber thing, and it sucked up a new supply of ink.
During my younger days, the fish used to be kept in a big basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you select what you want, and then the vegetables were kept on banana leaves, big banana leaves, and they stay fresh there. Yeah, And then our bag was jute bag or cotton bag, and we got the. Nothing was for if we want fish, a smaller little bag for that fish to be separated from the vegetables. That's all.
Yeah.
But that bag was not plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't plastic. Yeah. Or we take our vessel,
Yeah.
closed vessel,
Yeah.
tiffin like thing,
Yeah.
not plastic.
To the Chinese restaurant, and Mum, well, Dad usually went to pick up because he drove up there.
We
But
used
we
to
always
take
took the
our own
pots from home.
saucepan.
Yes, that's
You
what-
just take your saucepans from home. The
We-
old poly pot and the
Imagine today
But-
if we just turned up with the frying pan and the
they'd think they wouldn't know what to think, would they? But that's how it was done. And your fish and chips were always wrapped up in the greaseproof paper or newspaper.
Then we would put lemon juice in the water, the rinsing water, which makes your hair very soft and
This is
You
good
know,
to hear.
this is-
Maybe I'll start doing that. Certainly cheaper than conditioner.
well, we used to, and for our faces, we used to make a paste. It sounds terrible now. We used to make fine oatmeal paste
Yeah.
and mix it up with lemon juice and milk and
Right.
and put it on your face and tightens all. It makes your skin beautiful.
We had a tree growing in our backyard, which gave little we call them soap nuts. Yeah, soap nuts. So you soak them in water and you rub them, and that's a soap for you. Shikakai we say in Hindi, and we used it for our hair.
Throw everything away. It's just.
That's it. It's become a throwaway world, hasn't
It has, very much so. But we're running out of resources. I dare say it's why they use plastic for anything they can think of.
Money. Make a quick buck.
Yes, yes. Oh, well.
Yeah.
In fact, it was ever thus and will ever be, money. That's if people make money out of it, they will.
Yeah.
If it can be done, it will be done.
I had no idea that tea bags were made of plastic
Yeah,
until
plastic.
Rose told me,
Yeah.
and I have seriously been thinking of going into
Yeah. Tea leaves.
into using my little pot because I really can't bear the thought of using plastic all the time.
It's got
But
very
Razia was like a prophet. She went out and she sold what she believed in, and people followed. And when we had the new plastic, the new bins for recycling, it was lovely. We had a ceremony up in the hall. They had a new recycle bin there, and ribbons.
I've joined, I get all my energy from Power Shop.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about Power Shop?
Alex would have.
Yeah, with Power
Yes.
Shop. Yeah.
Yes, and they're doing electricity and gas now.
Yes.
I think they just get used to doing things in one way and they don't want to change.
And you can in the end. It takes a long time sometimes. But I mean, there's been a complete change here in how we deal with plastic waste and
Yeah.
all of the things to do with it.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, it's not all that long.
Yeah.
No.
Would you say?
You'd be surprised, yes. It sort of becomes fashionable, get things going, and a bit of goodwill, and it's surprising how it spreads. I think, don't you? And there's a big movement against plastics at the moment. See, there's people like, well, they're not like you two because you're one off, of course, but if you know what I mean, that who are doing things
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that gradually works.
Yeah.
You're never going to get anybody who'll do it all the time.
I found on the internet a climate change quiz, and it's just fascinating. Like question 1, what percentage of climate scientists agree that human activities are causing climate change?
I would say 90-something.
97.
97.
And you?
Yes. And then I've got it sort of all written out. How much has our planet warmed already on average? 2 degrees, 1.5 degrees, 1 degree, or 0.5 degrees?
I thought it was one.
Yeah, it's 1 degree, but we're sort of on the way to 1.5.
That's right.
Yeah. So it goes on like that, and I just thought that it'd be a lot of fun to do something like that.
What have we done to the world?
See, it's just insane. And it was considered to be a good thing.
Well,
No vision. People had no vision. They
well,
didn't
they
think
didn't
of what was
know
going to
what
happen.
would happen.
I think a few people did know.
I think people that thought about these things would,
Yeah.
the boffins. But oh no, we can make a lot of money out of this. Now maybe that's the answer. Abolish money.
Probably.
Well, there you go. We're talking about Star Trek again. There's no money in the future in Star Trek. And there's no poverty, there's no pollution, there's no anarchy, there's no crime. Everything's just hunky-dory.
Star Trek.
Yeah. They abolished money and everything was just dandy, except now they're at war with all the other planets that they
Typical.
who haven't abolished money.